today I would like to practice together a little bit, meditate, but before I would like to introduce which topic we would going to practice. So you maybe all know, in Anguttara Nikaya we have a sutta called Abhinham Pachavekitabam, and the meaning is sutta speak about 5 topics on which everyone have to reflect again and again. So whether monks or lay person, men or women, doesn't matter. Everyone have to reflect on these topics. And which are the 5 topics? All of you know probably. So topics that we all going to become old. So old age is our destiny. Then sickness and disease, it's also nature of our body. Our body going to die sooner or later, so it's happened with all of us. And then the 4th one, it's we all will be separated from all things and from all people what we love and please. And the last one about karma, that whatever action I do, that exactly result I would get. I do good, I get good result. I do bad, I get bad result. So we would focus today maybe on first 2 because there's not much time. And the question is, why? I mean, we all know we're going to grow old and we time after time sick, but why the Buddha emphasizes on this that again and again all of us have to reflect on it? Why it's so important? In the sutta he mentioned that if the person don't reflect on this, he may be intoxicated, let's say, by youth. Yeah, the person young, and he don't think that, okay, sometime in future I will become old. And that's why he may misbehave by body, by words, by thoughts as well. So we all see, I mean, in my example, I remember when I was young, look like I'm immortal, I never die, and I do some stupid things, speak some stupid things just for some fun or some other reason, but don't think about consequence. So same way when a person don't think that he would get some disease sooner or later. When I'm healthy now, I may kind of misbehave, do some bad things, think about bad things. And also, Sutta says that if, for example, now I'm young and healthy, but then I see someone who old and full of diseases, I may feel unpleasant or even disgust sometime, or sometimes despise him down. Oh, what's a miserable existence for you, But actually, I have the same nature. Now, it's very temporary situation when the person young or healthy. It would be otherwise anyway. The only one thing what can prevent the person to grow old, do you know? Which things can prevent person to grow old, to become old? The death. The only one thing can obstruct me, can prevent me from become old, it's a death. If I would die, I would not get old. But otherwise, because we see all people who live long, 80, 90, 100, they grow old, and all these signs of old body they have, so people cannot overcome this. So, if person again and again reflect on these things, the Buddha says the path would appear in front of him. So it means that I know by myself that the condition is, it's a dukkha, it's a suffering to be in this existence. It's old age, sickness and death. So it's not a pleasant thing. And if I see it again and again, I may have a strong desire to get rid of this. I may have a strong desire to do something for the purpose of be free from suffering. So it can be very strong motivation for the practice. You don't need some other teacher or some Bhante who tell you, okay, practice, practice, practice. You know by yourself, I'm going to grow old, I'm going to get sick, and I'm going to die. Not other people, I'm also. That's why it's my problem I have. So let us try to a bit practice. Let's say first 2, if the time would be enough, about old age and about sickness. And I think you all understand that, there is a common misbelief that people think about bad things, reflect on bad, it would invite these things to your life. But, it would happen anyway. We're growing old, we would get sick, we would die. We don't need to invite these things, they would happen with us. So that's why don't worry. If you reflect on this, it would just help you to enrich your life, to make the life more meaningful, to focus on things what really important, to focus on people what you really value, don't waste your time, and really practice for the goal. So this is the meaning. So let us practice together. Let us find a comfortable posture. Relax the body. And focus on the present. What's happening right now? And let us think about the first reflection, that I am of the nature to grow old. I did not overcome grow old. I did not overcome old age. Think about the person who you remember old, close to 100, and which qualities, which signs of the body he have. The hairs become gray and may disappear. It will happen with me as well. The skin become wrinkled and not so soft, not so smooth anymore. The faculties, eyesight, not so sharp anymore, cannot see as I was able to do as when I was young. The ears cannot hear anymore so sharp and so good. As well, taste faculty, smell faculty, even bodily sensation are different. As well as mind faculty, difficult to think, difficult to remember, difficult to form whatever you want to say. It will happen with old person. The body not so strong anymore. Sometimes need the help of stick to walk. The person need the help of other being to stand up, to lie down. Even going to toilet, these simple things can be very difficult for old person. And all this, it's the nature of my body. I did not overcome this destiny. Now let us think about second reflection, that I'm of the nature to get sick. I did not overcome all sickness. Think of any disease or sickness, what you was experienced in the past. Maybe some just simple flu or fever. Was it pleasant or unpleasant? Or maybe some headache, some stomach pain, what might happen after wrong food. Or maybe some heart disease, some lung disease. This body have hundreds and hundreds of ways which organ can get wrong, can get bad, whatever disease may happen. Or even in worst case, people may have some cancer, some more difficult disease, what lead to death. But it's all nature of this body, to get sick time after time. And if now I'm healthy and maybe young, I may be grateful for this. But it may happen with me in future, some disease, some sickness. And not only me have this nature. All other people who I know also have a nature to grow old, to get sick time after time. All people around me, all my friends, relatives have the same nature. Even my enemies, the people who I don't like, they're also going to grow old and get sick sometime. What's the point to feel some anger or quarrel with people or even have a desire to punish someone? The nature will punish him even worse than you can imagine. Grow old and sickness, it's the worst what can happen with us. And it will. Let us generate some desire to get past through. Maybe enough. Again and again, have a birth, have old age, have some sickness here and there, and die and then repeat it again and again. Maybe it's enough. Maybe we can do something with this, to practice, to do good things. May all beings be able to reflect on this and to practice some Dhamma. Free from suffering, be happy. Now let us mentally invite all our departed relatives, all friends, all beings to rejoice in whatever wholesome activity we did. And let us recite together. Idam me nyatinan hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam no nyatinan hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam vo nyatinan hotu sukita hontu nyatayo. Ettavata cha amhehi sabbadam punya sabbadam sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Let us make an aspiration, determination towards freedom from suffering by all good deeds what we done, by all merit of this. Let we be free from suffering. Please repeat after me. Idam me punyam asavakaya vahan hotu. Idam me punyam nibbanassa pacchayo hotu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.